So today I'm going to be talking about my Hamilton audition for the London production of Hamilton. It was an open call audition, but not like a normal open call audition. Normally they're already advertised with the show, the place, the date, the time, and what to bring. But this audition, I had to send my CV and headshot to a casting director, the email of a casting director, and they got back to me with all the information. I also had a choice of which audition I wanted to go to. There was a singing and dancing round. I went for the dancing just because I feel like I was more suited to the dancing, but in hindsight I actually wish I did the singing audition because I know the songs well. I actually know the musical very, very well now. I've listened to it so many times and I can already sing the song, so I actually wish I did the singing one, but I sort of regret it and I still can't really do it back now. I applied early October time. I didn't find out till a month after that I got offered the audition, and then the audition was a week after I found out, if that made any sense at all. And then I got all those information that I said earlier. So I arrived very, very early to the dance studios where the auditions were, like very early. I arrived, I think, an hour and a half earlier. And because I just like to ease the pressure off a bit, ease the stress, and I can just relax. I know where I'm going, I don't have to rush or anything. But then when I started talking to people, I realised that they were running very, very late. My audition was at 3:15 and it was currently 2:45 and the 2 p.m. group hadn't gone in yet. So I was like, right, great, we're running very, very, very late, but you know, things happen, like we have to get over it, we're gonna have to wait anyway. The 2 o'clock group went in around maybe just before 3, like 5 to 3, and so they were running like an hour behind by the time we went in. I just thought I'd mention at this point, I am like so tired. I am absolutely shattered I went to the gym earlier, I travelled in, oh God, I wish I hadn't done all those things because I was so tired when I went in. So I walked into the studio and this gentleman just started coming around and shaking everyone's hands. So I wait for my turn, really. It was a very, very quick intro sort of thing. You literally just shook your hand, introduce yourself, and that was it, because you had to get round to everyone. There was about, I would say, like 30 people there, give or take 30 people, so it wasn't too bad. Like, not too bad, like, people-wise. I'm so used to having like 70 plus, having a crowd audition, so it was actually quite nice to have like half the people there. And I look at this gentleman and I'm like, oh my God, it's Andrew Blankenbluer. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name, I'll put that below. If you don't know who he is, shame on you, for one. And two, he is the choreographer of Hamilton. He won a Tony Award this year in the 70th Tony Awards. He's also done, oh God, what else has he done? He's done In the Heights, also with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he won. I swear that was ages ago, was it? That was back in like 2008, yeah, something like that. He's also he did the new Rival of Cats that's in Broadway that just opened in 2016. What else has he done? Bring It On, the musical he did. God, he's done a lot, and I was just so starstruck, like, oh my goodness, I'm actually learning the choreography off the actual choreographer of Hamilton. You can't go wrong, really. He also introduced his other assistants, and there was also Stephanie Clements. I think that's how you say her name as well. I'm so bad at pronouncing names, Jesus. And she is the associate choreographer and dance captain of Hamilton. And I, right, like serious, I was like, I really recognise you. Where have you been? Where have I seen you from? And that is where. Damn. And there was also another guy who for the life of me, I recognise him, but I cannot recall what he did in the show. Yeah, sorry about that. So getting started, Andy, I'm talking like he's like we're like really good friends, and I literally met him once for like 2 seconds. He introduced him as Andy, so I feel like it's appropriate I can actually call him Andy. He talked to us about the song. It was, the audition piece was To My Shot, which is the 3rd song on the album. And he just went through it and how he wanted us to portray it, and what it was about. If you didn't know a bit, maybe a bit about, and he told us a bit about the musical. And then we started to learn the choreography. It was like the last minute of the song, I worked out. And it was taught, God, it was like so rushed. I felt like it was so rushed. I don't know if it was because I was waiting for like 2.5 hours previous to this. That's not the right word, but you know. Therefore, I wasn't in the studio as long as I'd waited, or it was just generally rushed because they were running so late that the studios were booked like off in the evening, so we had to sort of rush to get it out. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I just learned it so quickly. And I was really gutted because I didn't do the best I could in the audition, and I'm like kicking myself for it because I always want to go to an audition. I always want to leave doing the best I can, and then if I didn't get the job, then that's absolutely fine. I can live with that. And because I didn't do my best, I'm literally kicking myself. And the fact that I wish I did the singing audition first, say. God, so we learnt the piece, and I see like learning choreography as like a cake. Learning the audition piece as a cake. So the first part is like, the first tier is like learning the different sections of the dance. The second tier is like connecting all those different sections together. And the third is like fine tuning the dance. So where you're traveling to, have I got the right arm? Is it straight? Is it bent? Am I facing this way? Like different head movement, like that sort of thing. And I just didn't fine tune some of the movements, as I felt like I just didn't have enough time to, and that's what I'm really gutted about. Not that I'm sort of half blaming it on concentration, because I was so tired, and it is my own fault, and I take full responsibility for that. I much rather do auditions in the morning. I'm just more alert and awake, and I'm just on the ball in the morning. I'm just such a morning person. So we performed it in 3 big groups, and like after we learned it all, and then we did it in 4s and 3s, and that was it. We did it twice in our 4s and 3s, and then yeah, that was it. I actually shook his hand again at the end. A few people went up, and I was like, no, I need to shake his hand again, because I'm like, oh my God. And that was it. That was the audition. I like to turn negatives into positives. Yeah, I didn't do the best I could, but then A, I auditioned for Hamilton. B, I learned the actual choreography to My Shot. And C, I got to meet Andrew Blankenblower and Stephanie Clements. So it's not all bad. And it was a great experience. I'm so glad I did it. I would have kicked myself even more if I hadn't have been there and done it. But yeah, I just wish I did better. I know I can do better, and that's just what's really annoying. So yeah, Hamilton is a great musical, and if you ever want to audition for it, I would definitely go for it. You will not regret auditioning, even though you may not get the part, say. But I hope this has helped. If you are interested in auditioning, or you are auditioning, good luck. Or if you just you're just curious to how the London auditions went, then yeah, it was just a great day. And yeah, I wouldn't have not gone, and I'm so glad I did it. And I like to thank the choreographers, Andy and Stephanie, for actually holding us and making us audition, because I really enjoyed myself, and I think I learned stuff about musical. And the more auditions you go to, the better you are as a performer, and the more you get recognised, I'd say. So it's not all bad, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon. And when I become a stepper, I'm a compel them to include women in the sequel.